This is Next Radio.
With Broadcast Bionics, innovative solutions for creative people.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a real honor to be here today. Let's see if this works. My name is Camilla Wahlman. I work at the Swedish company, Swedish Public Radio, Sveriges Radio, and I'm head of a local station just in the middle of Sweden. Right there, it's so small that you doesn't even see the name of the town on the map, but it's there, I promise. We do have listeners in our area, but we do only have 126 people living there on this vast area. But we like them, and they like us, I believe. We realized a couple of years ago that we know too little about our listeners. If we wanted to stay relevant and become even more important to them, we had to work on our relationship. So we started a quite extensive change management on my channel, and we got results. The quality of the picture is not very good, but you can get the picture anyway, I hope so. It's more fun to go to work today. We have a better job satisfaction on my channel, and the content has improved, I think. Before, it's more fun to go to work today, I say, than before. And before, we often heard stories on radio, on air, that started in the boardroom with the people that has power, and it stayed there. The story never went out to the people affected by the decision made in the boardroom. Today, I hope that we had changed that. Many of our stories today starts in the living room or in the kitchen of the listener instead of in the boardroom. We can move forward into the boardroom afterwards, but we always start with the listener because that's the important part. I would like to show you some examples of the people that has given us their story. And I've tried to translate it, so please be forgiving and generous when you listen to it. It's just 4 people that wanted to share their story with us.
Jag vill ju påstå att
I would say that our whole family feels raped, and we're not the same family anymore. This has affected us for a year.
Jag märkte att ingen hade egentligen grepp på vad som hade hänt.
I saw that no one had really grasped the situation, and those who were closest to the accident were perhaps too scared to begin. I thought that if I dig, I will see something terrible, or maybe someone is rescued. So I dug and dug and dug. Then I saw a face, and then he breathed.
Jag blev utsatt för baktaleri.
They violated me and accused me of being an alcoholic. They both sat there and threw words at me, and I felt very small. They made me cry, and it was almost as if they sat there and smirked at me.
Det är obehagligt. Det är ingen som skulle vilja vara ute på det sättet.
It's creepy. Nobody would want to be exposed in this way. It's murder. If I'd been weaker, I had killed myself. Because it means that I am nothing.
We'd like to empower people in our area. We want them to feel that they are important to us, not as passive receiver of the material we do at the radio station, but as real co-partner in creating the content. We started, a couple of years ago when we started this process, we started to build up a network of listeners that we wanted to know more about. And this woman was the first joining this network. She has told us, and everyone else in the network, of course, what profession she has, what interest she has, and what other knowledge she wants to share with us. She has told us about her family situation and where she lives in our area. So today we have 600 members in this network, and we use them and we communicate with them, and we try to see them all as individuals and important to us. A couple of you maybe can read the Swedish. But it's simply a list of all the professions of some of the professions in the network today on the left side. And on the right side, you can see a couple of different interests of the people in the network. So you see that if we need to get in contact with a guide or a cleaning woman or an actor or an executive, we can just look them up in the network and phone them or email them. If a reporter wants to try a theory he or she can mail all the parents in this network or all the dentists in the network and try the theory and see if it's worthwhile to go on with that story. And also consider if our 600 members has 100 personal contacts in their own networks. That means that we can reach about 60,000 people, and that's half of the population in our area, with a simple email or a phone call. I can take an example. We started a fire in a famous person's cottage and mountain, and we wanted, of course, to interview someone being on the scene. Via the network, we got the name and the number of a firefighter who has been there. So they help us every day. And we also think that the dialogue in the relationship, we are building a relationship and want to improve the relationship with the audience. Dialogue is essential to that, of course. And we start the dialogue in the morning show. Our audience editor on the right interview the reporter about the main story that day, so the reporter can ask the question for the audience for help directly on live broadcast. And after that, the phone always starts to ring after that. The audience wants to help us. Of course, we also do Facebook. Our audience is there, not so much on Twitter, but on Facebook, we always ask questions to our audience. We never put links there, of course. It is always with a question or some initiating a dialogue with the audience there. We also work thematically. So every fourth week, we focus the whole day, the whole radio week actually focus on one topic in different kind of perspectives. The newsroom and the program, the morning show, the afternoon show, focus on the same theme. And that makes the audience, they can really participate even after 3 or 4 days when they got the idea of what they want to share. So the audience network, the thematic focus, our dialogue, it has worked for us. We believe that our relationship with our audience is much stronger today than a couple of years ago. So, thank you for listening.
To be able to leave with something that you can immediately put into practice is really, really helpful.
And it's just really useful because it focuses on the ideas and the sessions are really short, that you can kind of get through a lot in one day.
And it's also great for networking and just exploring all the different people that work in the radio and the jobs that they do. And it's just insightful, really insightful and inspiring.
This is Next Radio.
With Broadcast Bionics, innovative solutions for creative people.